up, Graycie? Oh, shit. So today...
Wait, what are we even talking about?
Day 2 about the podcast. That's what it's starting with. Because it's only the second day of the podcast. So really the first day we did... well, we got all the way down to you did the nose... Or you did part of the nose, the eyes, and the lips. And
some
a little
of the
bit
mouth,
of the chin.
yeah.
And today, he finished it in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm going to say you got 4 hours in that portrait.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you, okay, Graycie? Tattoo world in this community will understand and appreciate the fact that you just did a color portrait in 4 hours, right? You don't even understand that. Because you don't follow tattoo artists, and that's what I like, is because of the fact that you don't have something in your head telling you it should take longer, or you should do it this way, or I should do it this way, I should do it this way. You do it your way with a little bit of guidance, just like you're supposed to. Like, it's just like school, right?
Yeah.
You took that little bit of education in 4 portraits. Mind you, let's be real, no, we're not going to move it. The first one took you, what did it take you?
It took me like 2 days, but
2 days.
It took me a while each day, and I was moving so slow.
Yeah, and then by the 4th one, here you are 4 hours, and you just did a color portrait of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And everybody on that goddamn camera can tell who that is. If they can't tell that that's Snoop Dogg, they crazy. So that just is a testament to show the world who you will be because of that, right? And the best part about this is you don't even understand how good that is for only your 4th portrait on hard skin to tattoo. Anyway, anybody tattoos fake skin like this knows it's hard to tattoo.
Yeah.
It's not like regular skin. It's hard, and it's going to be a color portrait of somebody that I want to do, though.
I'm fine with that.
I know. So that's what we're going to do. We already talked about this.
You get to tell me if I have a heavy hand or not.
Yeah, I can tell when you have a heavy hand, so can that skin.
Yeah.
And you can tell when you
I try not to, but I'll space out sometimes.
You get to trying to pack it too much, and a lot of that is just literally you're taking a little bit. You're not giving yourself enough ink in the tube.
Yeah, and then when you told me to fan it kind of and just do it lightly, I'll just pick a different color and do that, and it's so much better.
Fixes it right up.
Yeah.
Smooths it right out for you. You're taking the transition out, or you're making the smooth, the saturation all just come together by simply listening for a 30-second conversation, and you took it and did it. Mm-hmm. When to become an apprentice, see, this is what it takes, and this is why I wanted to do a part of this podcast for like this, was because of the fact that most people that come into an apprenticeship don't understand what it takes to be an apprentice, doesn't understand what it takes to grow, like to be the best of the best, to compete. You gotta be on another level. You gotta be on a level of stick to that plan, whatever it is, stick to it, get it done, and make sure you take the direction that's given to you and go with it. That's business. That's just any kind of growth, right? So in apprenticeships that I've seen in the past, not with me, but with other artists, is they don't give them enough time to learn anything, right? If I look at an apprentice that comes out of an apprenticeship and I look at their work, I'm like, yep, they should have stayed a little longer. They should have done a little bit more. Or you had to get pushed out, because now what has to happen is I can't grow you any further on fake skin. I got to put you on real skin because it's different. It's so much easier. That's hard as heck to tattoo. Skin is easier. Selective skin.
Yeah.
I have easy skin to tattoo, so it's not a problem. So, but that's where I see a fall in apprenticeships. People will bring somebody in, and then for 3 months they'll apprentice them, and they come out and they look just like they did before they went in, and the work didn't even speak for itself. It was like, well, okay, now they can run an outline, but they don't even know how to put the ink in the skin. No, they don't know how to run an outline, but they know how to put the ink in the skin. Like, it should be all forms of it.
Yeah.
know? And then not even on just that, like understanding now we have to move forward is with the business side of it and everything else, like pricing, how you're going to set yourself in. There's so much that you'll come out of this that I wish more people would take serious with an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with this. That's like, this podcast is for me and you to have fun with, and like watch your growth and see how it is, how an apprenticeship should be. It should be a teacher thing, not a disrespecting thing. Because you earn your wings in this industry, in my eyes, isn't from all the bullshit you had to put up with. It's with how much you've grown, right? And I love that it's going that way now, because when I grew up, when I got into this industry, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, just to me, this is the new way of doing it, and I feel like this was the introduction for everybody. Hey guys, let me show you what it takes, because you're going backwards as hell thinking you need to disrespect that apprentice all the time and make them do dumb stuff, right, all day. If I wasted 6 hours of bullshit with you, when that could have been 6 hours of study, test, do this, do that, do this, do that. That's what it's about. And I still have people that say, oh, they should have to do it. Well, then you do it that way. I'm gonna do it my way. But mine are all the people that come from me and the people that come from a real apprenticeship are gonna be award-winning artists. I got proof. I have one. He's only 6 years in. He won one last year. You're gonna win one next year. We're not going.
I don't know what he's talking about. Winning what? I don't know.
Tattoo awards.
Okay.
Oh, that's not even an issue with me. Our first one we do, you'll win.
I don't know anything about tattoo. I feel like that's one thing. If anything, I should have like learned a little bit more to appreciate it. But like,
here's the deal with that. So you're gonna be doing. We do tattoo conventions every once in a while, right? I don't really do them a lot. They like doing them because it gives them recognition and stuff, and I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the person that I love to inspire people and talk to people and help people from a distance. Like, y'all stay out there, I got you. I can do one-on-ones, I can do more like, you can put me in front of a whole bunch of people and I can do it, right? But I don't want them all coming up to me at the same time trying to ask me questions. Because the way I connect with people is different than the way some people connect with people, right? Where I can connect with the energy through the whole crowd, or I can connect. I like to connect with the one-on-ones, like the in your face, where me and you can really start to vibe and we feel it. And I do that all the time, and I don't even know I'm doing it. I did it while we were setting up the camera. Me and Stefan were in here like connecting like crazy. I was like, dude, this needs to be a podcast. Why are we not? This needs to be video. He's like, I don't do video. And I'm like, damn it, you need to be doing video. And you don't even understand how much content is right here. That's some good stuff. Like, he's got a good, strong past, and where he's going to end up, that's something once he gets to where he's supposed to get, he's going to have to do one. I don't care. I'll put it in the contract. His ass, when he get good again, he's healthy where he wants to be, and his ass is dressing the way he want to dress, he getting on a podcast. That's how that's happening. Because he got a story that everybody in this world needs to hear, because it's a good story. And I think that's the difference. That's why I like this podcast thing. That's why I like doing this. And I just hit up everybody at the shop. You saw it. You saw the messages. Yeah. You see the hot mess I got to deal with. I'm like, all right, everybody pick a day, right? I said, the first thing I said was, everybody pick a day and let me know what day. I love her. Cynthia says, I'll take next week. Like, well, okay. Like, God damn it. There's 7 days in a week. Which day is that? Like, you forget, everything's on a schedule. She should know that by now. Everything I do is a schedule. Oh, God. I love them. That's why I love it here, man. That's why I want everybody back. I need it because that's how we would talk to each other.
I'm getting a hug from Cynthia once she gets back.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to cry. Everybody's going to cry. It's a family. It's not a tattoo shop. It's a family. It's like you're coming home to another family. Like, it's almost like I leave my house to my family there and I come to this family. So I'm never in a bad mood. I go home sometimes and get in a bad mood because I didn't do something right or the kids are acting up. You know, they put you in your little moods and stuff, but that's it. That's it. Same thing in everybody's life. But then I come here and I'll have that, right? Yeah. And it's rare. Even if I get in a bad mood, I just don't say shit. I just like, all right, leave me alone for the day. And that don't happen much because I don't really let too much bother me anymore. I think I've been through enough stress. So let's get back to Snoopy. Snoop Dogg. How was it for you? What did you think, like, when you were doing it?
I think my thing is just figuring out like the process that I'm gonna go through every time. Cause when I draw, I have a process. Like I know what I look for in a picture. I know how. Because usually I grid it off, and like recently I'll do like bigger grids. And if you don't know, like when you grid off a picture, you can just draw by each box, and then it's like exact. And I just do an outline, but that definitely played a big role because the way that I like do my outline is how I do the outline on the iPad, and then like stenciling it all and stuff. But I don't know. I tried working from like bottom up. I've watched some videos and stuff of how other people like do a portrait, but like I know like how I like to get.
Let me stop you there. It's not. We'll get back to that part in a second. Stop worrying about what other people do. You're not other people, right? You're your own person.
Yeah.
Your gift is your gift and your gift only. Everybody's born with a gift, right? That's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a gift.
Yeah.
But it's a gift that you do so easily you don't even realize you fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be real, right? When you, and I keep going back to this, it was when you did the Kobe picture and you had it mapped out. Like you had a part of his face, you had like up here done, it was sweat was looking good. I was like, okay. But when you said that's the hardest part, or that's the easiest part, I'll get back to that. I gotta get over here to this. I'm like, it's a fucking arm. How's that harder? Like, I don't even get it, right? You're worried about an arm, and the portrait should be the hardest. So to me, that's a gift because even portrait artists in this industry are not, you can't give them a piece of paper and tell them draw that portrait perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not without a stencil. There's some, and there's some that do it live with no stencil on the arm. Beast. But they do it black and gray, not color. You're doing it in color.
Yeah.
And that's how you gonna snap one day when you just do a tattoo with no stencil, no nothing. Mm-hmm. Just do it. Because you can.
I mean, like, the only thing that I really need is just, like, the little place marks of, like...
You just take a marker and mark where you need it, and you go with it. That's it. That's hard. So that's why they don't work from the bottom up. Some of them, they know if they lose a chin, they can't get it exactly right.
Yeah.
You feel like you can keep getting it exactly right. Mm-hmm. And when you're doing it, and that picture shows it, every drawing you do shows it. When you tattoo, you can see that even if the tattoo didn't come out the best, you could see that the shape was forming where it needed to form, and everything was working. It just might not be the saturation was all the way there yet. Mm-hmm. And even with this one, I think you finished it, but you didn't all the way finish it.
Yeah, like there's some stuff that I would change.
The light tones.
Yeah, but it's like not something that like, you know, it stands out to where I'm like, I've got to change it, or like I really feel like I need to. But it's just like, you know, the past ones I did, I knew what I wanted to focus on the next one. Like this one, like I knew like I was working with colors that I was really into, and people get like, I know like mistakes like people normally make with art, like the eyes that they always make too big, or like stuff that I always see that people do that I just make sure I don't do. So like I'll look at other people's stuff, and like people will make really good art, like especially some people on Instagram, like I follow, they do colored portrait art and stuff with pencils, like the same stuff I use. And like I'll see stuff they use, and that's kind of what I was saying with like the technique, watching how people like did it too, because like I've taken stuff from like, you know, other artists on Instagram and saw their technique or whatever, but like this, like there's not like, I don't know, like I haven't been tattooing so long, so I don't know like a lot of techniques, or I can't compare it to like line work and stuff. Nope. So it's just me trying to draw. And that's why like you see like it sucks that we're in this situation, because what people don't realize is let me give you another craziness about this. She's only been working with me for 2 months before we had to shut down. You didn't even do a face. You started a face before we shut down. Mm-hmm. So you didn't get much time yet to learn. I did like half of this one too, or the most of this one. And half still, of that one. While people were around. And that was like, you still haven't learned line weight. You still haven't learned the proper way to pack the ink yet. Like you didn't even know to skim it yet, because you would watch some but wouldn't watch all of it at the time when I would tattoo, and then you'd come back and you'd see it because you were doing other stuff like drawing and everything else, right?
because we didn't get to this part of the apprenticeship yet. You were only on the part of an apprenticeship for me at the level of the artwork has to be consistent to where I know your stencils would look just like the tattoo's supposed to look like. I knew your saturation would be where it needed to be, right? So we were going to do saturation studies. I was going to do the face, and then I was going to do a saturation study, meaning I would just give you a flat piece one, and we'd work our color wheel, and you would just blend out your color wheel, right?
I thought that's what I thought you were going to have me do.
I was, but I don't have the skin yet because of all this, and then all this stuff happened. So, like, it was like, survive, all right, what do I do now? I got to get back into a rhythm of something. I can't sit still. I can't sit stagnant.
Yeah.
It's not me. I can't. It'll drive me crazy. So, you did all this before we even hit. You skipped like 4 processes I have. 5 processes. Before we started doing portrait, or before you even... You started tattooing way before you should be. And that was because I felt like you could.
Yeah.
And you showed it. And the first one really, really showed me that you needed to work on... I needed to teach you needle depth.
Yeah.
Remember I kept talking about needle depth and finding it.
Going slower and, blending it out.
Circling the needles.
Yeah.
Or circling making your circle smaller. All that stuff played a part in all of this.
Yeah.
All the little things, but you learned it so fast.
I mean, like, I feel like it's kind of like if you're riding a bike, you're never going to be able to ride a bike if you always got the training wheels on. And, like, honestly, like, you can ask my parents, who'll probably end up watching this and be like, oh. But I told him, I was like, I hope Larry just has me just go and try to tattoo a face, because that's honestly how I know I would learn the best. Because, like, you tell me stuff, but, like, I'd never tattooed, like, any fake skin before, or, like, even, like, held a tattoo gun or did anything really with, like, the needles. So, like, I was just like, I hope he just lets me, because then, like, when you critique me now or tell me, like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I know what part of the face I'd be doing for, like, that to be more effective or, like, efficient and stuff. And, like, it's just, like, I knew how to draw before with colored pencil, and the pencil is so similar to, like, ink that you work slow and you focus on little spots, like, the way, and face is, like, you draw a face like a face doesn't change. Like, it's always going to have a structure, like.
The funny part is, like, the way you make it sound, it's like, oh, let's see, just do it this way. It's not that easy. Like, I don't know about you, but it's not that easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's why you're gifted, and you're gonna see.
I feel like there's like definitely like certain ways I think about like a face that I watch. Like, I've watched other people draw like all the time. I watch kids in my art class, and like everyone kind of has their own thing. Like, no one really does the same stuff that I do. But like, I feel like I don't know. Like, you give me a little part, like I feel like people question their art so much and have like an idea in their head of what it looks like or what it should look like. I never do that. I know what the picture looks like, so it's just like copying like little part by little part, like paying attention to those close details, like, and some people just don't want to pay attention to the little details or do this or that, and then it's like, then it just gets worse and worse, and people get discouraged by their art because it doesn't, come out the way they want. But I don't know, just take your time. Like, I don't know what to really say. So
yeah, that's because you're not a teacher yet.
Yeah.
Eventually, as you get older, your experience level gets higher, and you learn how to explain it. I know what you're saying, 1x1 sections. You took it back all the way to elementary, like basic 101 drawing, 1x1 square, and you follow it right to where it's supposed to go in the chart. You're saying do it that way.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy. Okay, just let's get that straight. Depth perception, there's so much muscle memory, there's so many things that plays a part in doing that. Yeah. That for you,
I don't think about. I definitely,
it's just
there's
like, no,
a lot
it's
of
just there.
things.
That's why I said you're gifted. That's why you will be who you will be when you get there. Like, nobody's going to deny who you're going to be in the tattoo industry. That's why you have all these people hitting you up. Oh, you work somewhere? Bitch, you know she works somewhere. Come on, man. It ain't even like that. You ain't got to be like that about me, because I don't care. I'm not, stop looking at it, the money. That's what happens. I'm looking at it like, yo, she gonna be something one day. I ain't worried about her working for me one day. I'm worried about
you've never ever done that. Like, you've never made me feel Like, I'm stuck here or anything. And it's like, I mean, I want to just stay here. Like, I don't want to even go anywhere.
Well, because I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to see where you're going to be at the end of this year. And 2021 is going to be your year. I'm like, yo, watch this. You're just going to watch some shit unfold that ain't nobody going to know. Because by a year from now, like the end of this year, with all the downtime we got and all the practicing you got, man, shit, people better worry. That's all. That's what it's about. It's about like building up a community, like building up you to where you already are.
Yeah.
In your pencil drawing, in your colored pencils, you're there in tattooing. You're halfway in a 20-year veterans of colored portraits. You're already halfway into them in 4 portraits. Yeah. You look at a color portrait artist now and look at his stuff when he first started. Ask for his first 4 ones. They gonna be like, nah, I ain't showing you that shit. Not after looking at that. Unless they were gifted too. Because there's other people that are gifted. You know what I mean? It's just, your gifts is just, you love art and you love color, you love drawing and people. And you got a good personality. Like, you just a chill, you're fun. That cat video, that video was funny as shit.
Wait, what video?
The video where you were doing your damn workout with your cat on your shoulders.
Oh.
She's a mess,
Zeus.
guys. She's
My
a mess.
cat Zeus.
The COVID-19 situation. Let's talk about that. What's it affecting you, Wise? How's it affecting you right now?
Well, I'm still in high school, so no high school for me right now. Didn't get my sports season. I play lacrosse. But that's kind of like the negatives of it. Like, if anything, I'm thankful, kind of. I know it's a really bad thing. I'm not thankful that people are getting sick and stuff. But the fact that I've had time to dedicate to, like, something that I've been working towards. And plus, like, you don't get a long period like this with apprenticeships, so.
No, and that's, and I think that's probably, like, my biggest thing about the COVID-19 right now is, that's the one thing I like about it, is the fact that I had, like, my whole life just got put on pause to get started and finish something that we needed to start and finish. Yeah. And that's what this is. So start to finish apprenticeship in quick timing, but you're advanced enough to do that, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's something I would tell people in this world today, right now with the COVID-19, is find that thing. Find that little, whatever it is that makes you, like, you can do with no, you can just do it. Like, you just do it and it happens. And you don't even know how it happens. You don't know why it happens. You just do it. And some people probably don't even know that they have a talent in something yet. But if they dig deep enough and they focus enough, it comes, man. It comes. Because I know what mine is. Mine's just connecting to people. Yeah. I think I connect well with people. I think for some reason, people connect me very easily. I don't see what they see, though. You know what I mean? Like, even when he was like, oh, we should have been recording that. Why? That's just a normal conversation. I didn't realize it had that much meaning behind it, though, you know? And that, to me, is a cool thing. I love that. So I feel like that's my gift. And your gift is art. Yeah. And I feel like you're breaking into that now. Like, that's what we're doing right now with you. And with COVID-19 happening, you can physically spend so much time doing it.
All gas, but no breaks.
Hold on, guys. We're going to put her on blast real quick, okay? Because I did tell her that she needed to have a drawing done and another one started every other day. Yeah. And I didn't get one today. Neither did she do the second part of the drawing that's right there that she did. You know, it don't even need to be in the video because somebody ain't do their job. We can talk about that right now. So somebody let off the gas a little bit. Uh-oh. What happened there? Something just happened.
Nothing. I'm just frying me right now on the podcast.
Right on the podcast, too. I need everybody to hear it. Yeah, guys. So maybe tomorrow
I'll be doing some more.
And we won't be. So that is funny. That is messed up. I'm sorry. God forgive me. I'm not really sorry though.
I'm trying to think of something to come at you about, but
you'll figure it out.
I know, whatever.
You'll figure it out later. So what else are you doing? So I just found out this conversation we just had about you with some honey and your dad.
Yeah.
And I heard you say chickens, and what else you got? You got some pigs and some stuff.
Not pigs.
Oh, we
no.
got back there. That's a big. I didn't realize your backyard was that big.
It's not even that big. It's like kind of more narrow, but it's like long. So we have a bunch of chickens, I have 5 ducks, and like 3 of them can fly, but they've never tried to. So they just like walk around, which is weird because we got ducks before, and they flew away, and then they're like at the pond and stuff.
So
down
how
the
long
road.
have you had these ones?
Like a year now.
Yeah.
We got them last spring.
So is that what you like to do?
Yeah.
You like animals?
Definitely that. We started gardening and like planting our seeds and stuff, our lettuce and tomatoes. My dad just really into that. He'll get home from work and he's like probably doing that right now, the garden.
Yeah. That's his thing, huh?
Yeah.
So that's how you and
manual labor.
So that's
like
how you and your dad bond is through that part of it.
I'll be like, I'll get home, I'll tired. I'm like, oh, geez, I can't wait till you're done. He's like, I've been working all day. I'm like, all right, you ain't whatever.
Yeah, that's good though, because that mentality will get you longer down the road. Like your dad might be doing that for you now, because I'm like that with my kids, even though they are not on a level of wanting to do a lot of things. I try to get them motivated to do more things. It just doesn't happen right now because I'm busy.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing that your dad's doing, because he's just driving you the right way. Because when you get older,
good role model.
Yeah, when you get older and you have kids and your career is going crazy, it's not really a lot of time for that whole I'm tired crap.
Yeah.
That goes out the window.
Nothing ever stops him, and I feel like if anything, like this whole time when I talk to him about like what I do here, he's so happy that I'm busy and not like all the other teenagers my age. Like all my friends are like, geez, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Like the gyms aren't open, there's no sports going on, there's nothing graded, like there's literally nothing for people to do unless and you know especially kids my age, it's so easy for kids to get upset and just bummed out. You talk about depression a lot. I know a lot of kids and a lot of my friends, it's I can tell when they're kind of out of their groove and stuff. They can tell when I am too, but definitely it's kind of sucky during this time because
are you feeling a lot of your friends feeling an effect from it? Do you see it?
Yeah, everyone's upset about graduation and stuff and all that, but
how does that make you feel? Because you're losing yours.
I got to enjoy high school. I got my parents. I always talk about my parents, but they let me enjoy all of high school. They were cool with whatever, supported me doing all my sports, all that. So I feel like I got to enjoy the best parts of high school.
What about the walk?
What do you mean?
What if you don't get to do that?
I'm gonna just have to do it in college. I don't know. I'll find someone else to do it.
Right.
But it's to some people walking across that stage at graduation. High school is not that hard. They make it so you literally cannot fail. So walking across the stage, yeah, it's a big moment, but it should not be anyone's oh, this is it. I'm so excited.
See, people need to hear that because honestly, they're going through that right now.
I hear all my friends are I'm missing all this.
And they're giving the governors, they're giving the governor and the state a hard time, the president, right? In my opinion, and this isn't me going political because I don't go political with people because you're going to get your feelings hurt if you try to go political with me because I don't even go that route with people, right? But you got to give the respect where it's at with Carney. He's doing what he got to do. At the end of the day, he wouldn't. People are fighting it, right, and then making it seem like the district isn't doing their job or this, that, and the third about the graduation, right? But when didn't your child's health become more important than walking across the stage? To me,
yeah, people's priorities are all mixed up, and
And I don't. Go ahead.
The public, itself, not only schools, but work and just stuff in general, on a day-to-day basis, you're probably not taking care of, regular crises or however you say it, that, the governor taking care of, the president, and just, honestly, in general, I think no one knows the full story, so you got to just kind of trust
and believe that it's going to happen.
Who's making the decisions and just...
And that's why you said that about we should have been recording, because when I was talking earlier, how it doesn't matter. Whatever's going around, right? Say something's affecting you. there's another way to not have it affect you. There's something else you can do to not have it affect you. You can change lanes, right? Where people are like, oh, that affects me, that affects me. Man, life affects everybody.
Yeah, everyone has
A fly could be
obstacles.
flying down the road and get hit by a car. Like, shit, everything affects everybody. I don't know, I just put in the dumbest to dumbest now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took it down to...
Right.
Like, I'll give you an example. I fucking changed my daughter's diaper the other day, right? Pee diaper. 30 seconds after I changed it, she shit. I said, what? She looked right at me. She jumped off the couch, right, where I changed her, and then she got up. I went and sat on the other couch, hit the remote, and she goes, Daddy. She goes, sat next to me. What's up? I pooped. I was like, damn, shit happens.
Literally.
That's what's happening now. Like, you can't help or predict what life is doing, right? So you just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
And move forward, right? I gotta change that shitty diaper. We gotta shut down. Like, COVID is life is just life. People just take life too serious and get overwhelmed with it because they watch social media, they get on the news.
And, like, honestly, like, no matter what, everyone is going through the same thing. Like, everything is shut down. Like, no one is exempt from the state of emergency. Like, unless, you know, you have people in your family, like, you live with, or your grandparents are, like, really affected by what's going on. Like, nothing has changed besides, like, everything's kind of at a halt. Yeah. And some people are like, great, this is, like, my free time to just bum it and not do anything, and that's fine.
That's people a lot of kids' ages. And there are some adults, and that is, if that's how you feel, if you're happy in your life and you don't want to move forward, and you know that you're financially okay, your family's okay, just sit back, play Call of Duty, do whatever it is you want to do.
You're literally handed free time, like, and time does not come around a lot.
Do some of the house chores that need to be done. Make your wife happy. Do a few things that she asked you to do. Like, do something, because, I mean, shit, we ain't got nothing but time. Just get it out the way, because you're not going to get it back when we go back to work, because once everything opens back up, we're going to be so busy. Like, life is going to kick you in your ass. When May 15th is, when they allow Delaware to go back, if they do, man, we are going to get our ass handed to us. Like, it's going to be overwhelming because people were so lazy during the season of this that they're not ready for it.
Yeah.
And I want to go back on one thing I said. It's not that I said something about kids and going through graduation and walking, right? I know a lot of moms and dads probably pissed off what I said.
Yeah, they care about it.
But it can happen later. It can happen in June and July. It don't have to happen today. That's all I meant by that.
Like, and plus, like, especially, like, from my standpoint, I'm a senior, and I think, like, if anything, like, you know, some college teams, they're redoing their season so, like, athletes can keep playing.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, there are, like, seniors in college that, like, geez, like, college is over, like, you're done. Yeah. But that does, like, that's
the college level does kind of suck for that part.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, I look at it like this. If something's thrown at me and it was hard as hell and, like, there was nothing I could do about it, man, I'm going to figure out why that was thrown at me that way. I feel like there's a reason.
Yeah.
I feel like COVID-19, it's a reason. Is it for me? I don't know. I believe that I got this time and I'm going to use the hell out of this time. How I got this time and why I got this time, I'm not going to waste time to try to figure out. Right? Where people got the conspiracy theories, they can have them. Love them to death. They be bagging me up with some of them, right? I watch them. Who doesn't watch them? You know you watch some of them.
Yeah.
But then I can just be like, all right, well, I got 16 different rebuttals to say why not.
Yeah.
But even when I'm talking, you could take what I'm saying and have something right to rebuttal it. Be like, nah, that's not how that is. All right. Constructive criticism is all right with me. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm going to listen to you. And if you're a hater, I'm just going to take what you got and just decipher it and be like, all right, he was right about that one part. I need to stop doing that. That looks stupid. Or I need to stop talking about that. I'll figure that out on my own. I don't need that person to do that. But I appreciate it, you know? Like, when people say they need haters, you need that. You need your critics. You need people telling you, like, listen, that was stupid. That was dumb. I'm going to be that guy looking through the comments like, oh, bitch. Fuck you too. But I'm gonna look back and then I'm gonna figure it out and figure out what you said and try to figure out what I need to change to see if it helps. So that's where I'm at. So COVID-19 to me is just like it was when the recession was here. just when 9/11 hit. I remember all of that. It's just like, you think about it, anybody like that was doing anything in 2001 when 9/11 hit, right? You might, I don't know, or you weren't even born yet, so it won't matter.
What?
But anybody that was alive and old enough for 9/11 to this day can tell you exactly what they were doing at that time, that moment. That's how impactful 9/11 was. I was in a concrete truck, worked for Pioneer Concrete. I was next in line to get in to the underneath the chute to get my concrete loaded, right? I was listening to Kiss 101.7. Radio shuts off. They air it. The Twin Towers just got hit by a plane. Nothing about terrorist attack yet. It was just a plane got hit. And then a little bit later, here come another one. Now it's a terrorist attack. Now stuff's going all crazy. The world's in like this crazy pandemic. Just like what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You're going to remember the day that this happened. You're going to remember something about this for the rest of your life, right? Why would you want to remember the negative? Why wouldn't you try to remember the positive, right? Because now that I'm thinking back at 9/11, the only part of that whole story I can tell you is what I was doing in that truck at that time. And it was positive to me because I was just got out of jail, wasn't out that long. And it was like I was changing my whole life, and I knew I was. So I was in a growth. I was in my own growth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing this. I'm making this happen. I just got a job driving concrete truck. Like, this is all new to me. I'm not used to this. I'm not that guy. I was the guy out there, not inside working corporate America. Mm-hmm. So, like, it was just different, and I loved it. So that's what I remember, right? To this, on this one, when I look back, this is what I want to remember.
Yeah.
Us. Like, your apprenticeship will be hands down the one that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, for the fact of I finally got somebody that understood all the way what it's going to take. And what I realized was they had to not know or care about tattoos like that yet. You know what I mean? Like, you just love art. And that's where the difference between a real tattoo apprentice and a tattoo artist is the love for the art of it, right? Mel and Dom love art. That's why they're my own apprentices, and that's why they're still here, and they love it here.
Yeah.
They're not going to ever go nowhere. Dom left for like 2 years and come back. He missed the shit out of it because he realized, like, it's different. It's not, no tattoo shops, it's the same.
Yeah.
You're not going to go to another tattoo place in this fucking world and get what you get in this place. I just don't feel that way because I give straight up real just family emotion. I don't have all that other dumb shit. I don't want it. I had that lifestyle forever. Now it's chill as shit in here. And I feel like that's what I want to bring to this, is like to let people see, like, man, wait, the podcasts are good, but wait till you start seeing the lives of the shop when we're open and the feel and the vibe of everybody in here. It's a family. Mm-hmm. It's 100% a family. That's what we are. And that's what art should be. And like, if you can bring all them people that love art together in one place in tattoo, it's artistic editions.
Yeah.
It's just a great moment. And there's no negatives. You have stress. Alicia going full time, buying a house, going to college. She got stress. Shelby got stressed with the son and the baby dad and the husband, and you know, with him going to get his doctorate and stuff, like his PA. Like that's a lot. He got a lot of schooling to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like financially, they got to be ready for all this. Like, we all have our own little stress issue. But through all that stress, we're always there for each other as friends and family, and we build each other up. That's why we like coming here.
Yeah.
Just ask Shelby. When she first started here, she was a depressed soul. Now she happy as hell and loves it. And her whole, look at her Facebook now to when it before, you can see a whole different person just in post. Mm-hmm. Because it changes you. It makes you happy when you're around the right people. And I've been looking for that since I opened the doors at this place. That's what I wanted.
I think, like, you just create, like, I don't even know that much about the shop because I'm just coming in, but, like, so I can give you, like, a fresh perspective of, like, what that's it looks like to, like, an outsider. Not that I feel like I am one now because you guys welcome me in, but, like, you come into, like, a shop that, like, the colors are bright, like, everyone's, like, smiling, like, and I know how you work with your employees, like, from, like, person to person, like, like how you talk to them and stuff, and you've never been mean or like brought upon more stress. Like it's all jokes, it's all good stuff. They got a question about like their taxes or whatever they're filing out and stuff. Like they just text you and you get it figured out. Like it's easy, and it's like it doesn't. I think like the reason why everyone is so happy is because you separate like all the stress factors you name. None of them had to do with their work. It's all about like. This is a different environment than, like, everything out there. Like, COVID's out there, whatever is out there. Your other stress, but, like, this is...
I wish I could just take everybody who worked here and all their family and my family and just bring them all into one place and we could quarantine together. Mm-hmm. And I would be in the happiest place in my life.
And that would be really cool.
It would, because it would be like we all have what we love around each other the whole time. So, like, life stopped, but we never got to. That's why I hit everybody up today and said... Every week we're going to do a podcast together. So me and you are going to interview them and have fun with it.
I'm like, take a seat.
6 feet though, bitches. Don't know where y'all been. Love y'all, but we got to keep that 6 feet. I know, I ain't. I'm sorry. I just miss it here. I do.
I can't wait to see everyone the first day back. I can't wait to see what they wear. I can't wait to see the first thing they say. Pete's first joke.
I'll give you something that I got to deal with, right? And this is what I'm having a hard time with and this is what, at home, when I say like sometimes you get stressed at home, this is probably that one thing. It's because during the day, I miss it so much. When I go home, I'm like sad. I'm like, damn. Mm-hmm. I get to come home to this family happy, but I miss my other family happy. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. And I try to explain it to my wife, and I don't know how to explain it right, because I'm like, and anybody don't know my wife? If you got something you want to do, you better have from A to Z done, T dotted, or I dotted, T done, all that shit. Make sure it's alphabetical, spelled right. Everything need to be done to the T. That's how organized she is, right? So... me and her, I have to give it to her completely the way she wants to hear it, and then she'll have 100 questions. And my OCD ass can't keep the conversation going because I'm like, oh, squirrel. So we have a hard time with that part. So it's hard for me to explain to her why I am feeling the way I feel sometimes at home, because she can see it. She'll be like, oh, why you sad today? Cause man, like it's hard.
Yeah.
You'll never understand because you're not in the shoe steps here. She doesn't come in here much. It's
just something that you love to do anyway, and I feel like any time like you take away something someone loves or they're passionate about, like they're missing something.
I haven't even drawn. I haven't done anything except for...
You're slacking?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Slacking ain't even a word. Actually, I'm lying. I did the one for Heather, the girl that won the contest. Mm-hmm. I did do her front half. I haven't even showed it to her yet. Actually, I forgot.
Hey, shit. Heather.
Shout out, Heather. I got you. I forgot about you, but I did get it done. Besides that, I haven't done much because I've been trying to get the podcast in my content right in the book. This book, shout out to book writers, man. Like anybody that writes a book. And there's people that write like 20, 30 books in no time. I'm like, how in the world can you come up with all that to keep me intrigued? And for me to get intrigued into a book, it's hard. Like there's only a few books like to this day that I really read that I'm like, yeah, I can connect from the beginning to the end. That's what I'm trying to do with this book, right? But I'm giving raw stuff. Like there's so much in there that I'm like, damn, I put that in there.
People are gonna appreciate though the fact that like I know like
it's tough.
Yeah.
They're gonna appreciate it. You think? I hope so.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't, I don't
as soon as like you kind of take a, but like I don't know, people are like so used to something like they're used to books being like not formal, but like like a book well thought out, like you follow it. Like if yours is a little jumpier, like it's just so straight up the point, like honest, like it's gonna be different. Like people are gonna like that.
It's so honest.
It's gonna feel really, really personal, and like you really don't get a lot of that out of someone, like unless you know them personally.
Well, what I'm digging into now in the book, I'll tell you about this. The book part, the book I'm writing, and this is the part that I think so many people are gonna want to read is. all of what I've dealt with from a kid all the way to now has got me like where my depression and my PTSD comes from, where my doctor says I have. It comes from my past, right? And now the part of the book I'm in is I have to talk about that depression state. Mm-hmm. And I have to feel it, and I'm feeling it at home, and I need to disconnect it from my house life though.
Yeah.
And bring it over to like somewhere else. So I've been doing it at night. That's why the other day when I text y'all said it's 4 o'clock, I'm still up. It's because I was in that part of that depression stage that I had to talk about it. Because the feelings is what I connect, and it's crazy right now because while I'm writing this book, man, all these feelings are coming back. Like every time I write it, it gets deeper and deeper. I literally rewrote chapter 1 that night because of that. Because I just started feeling a different way, and I was like, I don't like how any of that sounds. It's missing so much. I didn't talk about enough. Delete it all. I was like, I'm starting over. I hated every bit of it. And it was good. It was good content. I don't know why I deleted. I should have copy pasted and put it over. Damn it. Thinking back. But I can't wait for y'all to see this book. Yeah. Like, I'm so excited about this book because I'm reading back just to make sure I'm spelling shit right and it sounds right and all. And I'm like, damn, I got a little teary-eyed a couple times. And the one part of when I was 8 that I had talked about that I didn't go all the way into it yet is where I'm having a hard time with this part of the book, and that's why I have been up a lot lately.
Like I took psychology before, but like, you know, when people like are not forced to talk about stuff, but you reanalyze kind of like, and then you start figuring out why you do certain things, like where your habits come from, like why you think a certain way, like, and I think it's all good, like you're understanding more about like.
So let's get to closing out this because I feel like we're getting towards the end of this video, right? I think we have a couple minutes left is what they keep telling us. So
the producer is back there just
he's just like telling us what 2 minutes. All right, guys, we understand. We're not professionals. So I guess on this podcast it was more of like just the COVID-19, how we're dealing with it in my book. I need you guys to understand something. If a person ever puts out a book about themselves and it's like a get to know book, it's almost worth just getting for that reason, man. Because I literally was in here with Stefan, which he's not here now. He was setting up the cameras and he's talking about the lighting and putting the picture in the right way, you know, all his stuff, right? And he starts talking about his past. And man, dude, and it came up because him and Wynn were talking about it. Back there, he's like, oh, I remember you were the home run king. And look at him now, he's so depressed feeling sometimes. He don't ever feel that way. And like he should. He was in the middle. I didn't even know he's in the Marines.
Stefan is...
I found out all this stuff I didn't even know about the dude. And I've been working with him for months. So like... Everybody has a story, and I feel like everybody should share the story. And I can tell you now, if you stop judging somebody and actually put that into, like, let me talk to them real quick and see about them, you'll understand, like... Speaking of the devil. So, if you can get into, like, the book and talking about people, or just sit, instead of, like, walking up to somebody and judging them right from the door, why wouldn't you walk up to that person and just talk to them and see what they got to say, right? That's the only thing I think we're missing in this world right now is that communication and the understanding for each other. So I think that's something we can catch on the next podcast, maybe talk about something like that. So I want to end this podcast with that. I think we got like a minute left. Graycie, don't pick your nose on camera, please. It was just wrong.
Who's picking their... I always fiddle with my nose.
I was just kidding.
It looks like I do pick my nose.
It was just kidding. I was talking about when you did it with this yesterday. So guys, I just want to say, you know, it was a good time with you guys today. Graycie didn't talk much. She ain't got much to say. She's like...
I'm just here for the ride. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Graycie, what do you want to say to your fellow fans? You love me. And thank you for the gratitude.
I don't know. I have to think about that one. I'll have a closing for next podcast. Something good to say.
Since she don't have a closing for this podcast, neither do I. All I'm going to say is get your billionaire mindset right. And I'll see you
Graycie
guys
out.
on the next one.
There you go.
Later.